Alright fellow gamers, it's time. When you have like no actual time to record a video, you have to do it in the parking lot of your college. You know that you're on that real college grind right there. So the new Under the Hood article just got announced. It just got released actually. Talking about performance parts in Need for Speed Heat. And I did a quick through of it in class. I read through it, and the performance parts so far from what they're saying just look 10 times, it just sounds 10 times better than it was in Payback. Remember in Payback when you had to like grind for certain parts and it was all like janky and shitty? Like you'd have a max part nitrous, but if it didn't have a nitrous perk, you couldn't have a full tank of NOS. Well, that shit's gone. Instead, what it is I'm gonna leave the full link down in the article. I'm not gonna like talk about it verbatim. This Need for Speed news live on scene. So basically, there's a bunch of different sets or like stages for each car. And basically, there's the engine, or structures as they call it. You have the engine, the chassis, the drivetrain, and the auxiliary. Now, the engine involves like all the forced induction, the like the camshafts, and all that type of stuff. All that stuff's gonna be within the engine upgrades. And then you also have the chassis, which is like the brakes, suspension, and tires, and all that. And then there's actually auxiliary as well, which is stuff like reinflatable tires, or extra like strength for your car, or even like a repair kit to like give your car a little bit of a repair without having to go to a shop, which are like kind of like power-ups. Think of like passive power-ups from like Need for Speed Hot Pursuit or something like that, or Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012 for that matter. And I have to kind of like hunch over like this just to get in frame. There's also different types of forced induction that can be installed in the vehicle, which is really cool as well. And of course, the nitrous is a bit different. You can either have like a bunch of small different bottles, which gives you more flexibility, but you don't get as much as a power boost. But you also have like the large nitrous cans, which can give you a really big boost to your car and to like your car as well, but you can only use it once. Think of like the Power Shot nitrous from Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012, where you have to fill it all the way up and then you can just right there. I really should have gotten a chair or something, damn. And they also go about saying how there's 3 different types of differentials can actually change the handling of your car. You have the tires, the suspension, and a differential. And they're divided into different types, such as off-road, on-road, drift, and race. So if you want road racing, then you'd pick the suspension or differential that goes for that type. And of course, the big one here that I want to talk about are engine swaps. Now they go on to say that most cars are going to have between 7 and 10 engines to be able to swap with either cars, and the extreme cars that really don't have engine swaps available, like you're not gonna be able to put a 2JZ in a freaking Coinseg. Like, no, like the higher extreme cars are not gonna have as many, but like the lower ones are gonna have, you're gonna have like 7 to 10 engines to be able to swap for it. For example, the example they give is a 2.4 flat 4 turbo into a Volkswagen Beetle. So yeah, and then also that would be awesome to have. Like just the engine swaps alone are gonna make customizing. Wow, I can really talk today. Like there's gonna be a lot more possibilities. Like you're gonna see more cars being able to just compete at higher levels. Like then I feel like this could really break the meta of the Porsche 911, the Huracan, but again, those cars still could be overpowered. We may see, but I'm hoping that these engine swaps allow us to kind of craft the car we really want to be able to take onto the road and defeat other people in a way that like you couldn't in other games. And then you can also acquire parts, they go on to say, by competing in high heat races. Basically, if you have a heat level of 5 or above, you can enter these high heat races. And if you win, you get a part that you can put on your car, like a special part. Think of like Junkman parts from Need for Speed Most Wanted. That type of stuff, which I find to be really cool. And my back really hurts right now. Also, they go on to say that you can actually move parts from one car to the other. They're not just for that car, which is really good. And just that and like the whole part of it not having to actually gamble for parts and actually not have like these stupid perks and everything. I think customization and performance testing your car and like making your car the best it can be, putting it at peak performance, is gonna be a lot easier and a lot more satisfying in Need for Speed Heat. Let's hope that it is, and let's hope that Ghost takes home the gold trophy with this. That's all for now. I'll see you guys later. Bye.